boys are there in the boarding house. Hi, kid. Good afternoon. Well, it's getting better, but slowly. Yeah. I'm putting a little more weight on it all the time. But, you know, when you walk, you put all your weight on one foot, and then you put all your weight on the other foot. So that means that this knee has to hold up 100 kg when I take my left foot. That's 2 Vietnamese. That's 2 Vietnamese. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah. I find it's a kind of a lazy man's way to get around because you can go quite fast. You know, wherever you want to go, you go pretty fast. But with a walker, you kind of just shuffle along half a step at a time.
Do you still use medicine?
No, I don't use medicine. No. But I do take medicine for other things. I take medicine for blood pressure, and I take medicine for my thyroid gland, and I take medicine for cholesterol, and I take vitamin D because I don't get much sunshine. It's like I'm living in a cave. I'm a caveman. So Lily said she was going to join us, but she generally can count on her being a little late. And how about Ein? How about you? How about your Zamdok? She will. Okay. Today we are reading Luke 22 and verse 43. I posted it. Yeah, 43. I posted it there on Zello. Three. Yeah, exactly. Dung Joy.
Oh, Bác Mô.
Yes.
How to pronounce look? Is it different? Look.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah, Luke.
Yeah.
And then you just said the word pronounce. Okay. Here's Lily. Hi, Lily. Welcome to the club. Okay, I'm going to, I can present my screen here. Okay. Now, Tong, you just used the word pronounce. Okay. Pronounce. Okay. Yeah, that's a verb. Yeah. Long O, pronoun. Yeah, nounce. Yeah, like that. Pronounce. Yeah, that's it. Pronounce. So it's important to get that S on the end. Pronounce. Okay? Maybe that N and S together are a little difficult. Pronounce. Yeah. How are you today, Lily? Lily Oy. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, are you really good?
Yes.
Were you good all day? Were you good girl all day long?
I just got back from school.
Well, that's pretty amazing if you can be a good girl all day long. Okay, we shall start. And we're on Luke 22, verse 43. Now, I'm going to use the word here, the setting. This is a good word. Oh, hi, Ein. Is that, oh. Okay, now this word setting, okay, that means like, sort of like setting. That's like the place where this happened. So now, Kit, if you got in an argument with your Zemdoc, with your boss, and I was listening, well, we would say, oh, I would record that, and then I would say the setting, this happened right in your office, okay? That would be the setting. So the setting for what we're going to read was out in the garden in the evening, and it was, Jesus knew that in a few hours he was going to be arrested, and then he would be taken and by his enemies, and they would crucify him the next day. So this was a very, very crucial. Now, here's another good word, crucial. It's kind of a bit like critical. Crucial. Yeah. So you might say you're going to write your final exam, and it's very crucial whether you pass your exam or not. If you don't pass it, oh, you have to go back to university and study for one more year, okay? Yeah. And that's kind of related to this word critical. 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 That's more, maybe a little more like if a person is injured, they often say that they are in critical condition. I mean, close, could be very critical condition, maybe close to death, okay? Close to death. Very critical. Now, just yesterday again, in the United States, about 10 days ago, there was some crazy young man went into it was a grocery store, and he shot, excuse me, he shot 19 people. I think it was 19. Now, just yesterday, a boy went into a school and he shot 18 people dead. And then they had to take quite a few to the hospital who were in critical condition. Critical. So, Kit, you had a lesson with David Goss this morning. So I just had an email from him, and he said, this country of United States, he said, I don't know what's happening to it. And so there has been, I should slow down. There has been a big debate in the government of United States about gun laws, whether or not people should be allowed to have a gun in their house. And up to this point, people in the United States can have several guns in their home, and I think they can even carry a gun in their car. But when guns are so available, these people with a crazy mind, and it's so easy for them to get a crazy idea, and they just go out and shoot people. So now It's a little bit the same. Yeah. They have a big debate there, but I think they... Exactly, because here, you can't have a gun in your home here, I'm sure. And you sure can't travel with a gun in your car. Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's much safer to live in Vietnam than it is in Canada. There are at night, even though there's only 1 million people in Saskatchewan, where I come from, at night there's lots of streets I would never think of walking down at night. But in Vietnam, I'm not afraid to go down any back alley. Yeah, only a couple times I've been almost attacked, but it's by somebody drunk. Okay. Now, oh yeah, when I was a boy at home, we had lots of guns. You know, we went hunting ducks and hunting geese and hunting deer, but they were just for the purpose of hunting, not for protection. We never ever thought of having a gun to protect ourselves. Never. Yeah. Okay. Now, we got Lily. I think what we better do is have two teams. Okay, we'll have Kiet and Ein. Is it Ein? Yeah. And then we'll have Lily and Tung. So now we've got some really good readers here. So we should make lots of progress. Okay, number 43 and 44, I'll read it. So while Jesus was praying, now remember, the last lesson, Jesus was praying earnestly to God, his Father in heaven, if you are willing, take this cup away from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done. So remember, we had a little discussion about what he meant by this cup. But what he was talking about is the experience that he was going to have in the next day or two, what he was going to experience, or you might say what he was going to drink from the cup of experience, the way he would be treated. Okay, number 43. Then an angel from heaven appeared to him and strengthened him. And in his anguish, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was like drops of blood falling to the ground. Now, that is physically possible. If you're very stressed, maybe with your work, and then you come home and you find out that you've been robbed, another stress, and then you go to your friend to tell him all your difficulties, and you find out your friend has been in an accident. If you get too much stress, your blood vessels will break, and you actually can sweat blood. It's physically possible. And that's what happened that day with Jesus. Okay, 43, 44. Kid?
Yes. Then an angel from heaven appeared to him and strengthened him, and in his agony. Agony.
Oh, sorry, anguish.
Yeah. Anguish.
Yeah.
Anguish. He prayed more earnestly, and his sweat.
Okay, good.
Sweat.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sweat was like drops of blood falling to the ground.
Yeah, okay. Now there's a couple of words there you haven't seen before. One is anguish, anguish. Anguish. So that's very similar to agony. I think almost like two G's. Anguish. Yeah. So if supposing you were maybe a car dropped on top of you, and you were trying to get out, but here this thing is on top of you, and maybe you're on top of your legs, and here you are, you're trying to get out, but you're in anguish, maybe in pain, and you're that's the word meaning of anguish. And then sweat here, S-W-E-T. Yeah. Now, that's different now. Here's another word, S-W-E-E-T, is sweet, like sweetheart, okay? Okay. So that's very, very good, kid. Okay, Ein.
Then an angel from heaven appeared to him and strengthened him, and in his anguish he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was like drops of blood falling to the blood falling to the ground.
Okay, Ein. Remember that what I told you about the TH sounds. The. Okay? The. Okay, now here, I'm going to just write it here again. The is, yeah. Now it's, the E is a bit like an O. The. That's it, yeah? The. And then this and that and them. Okay?
Chưa có rung.
Yeah. Okay, that pretty good. Let's see now. Strengthened. Strength. Okay, I'm just going to change this. Strengthened. Yeah. Oh.
Strengthened.
That's good. That's very good. Strengthened. Oh, just a second. I got that wrong. It'd be like this. Strengthened. Yeah. That's very good. Strengthened. Very good. Okay, Lily. Lily and Tung. When he got up from prayer, he came to the disciples and found them sleeping, exhausted from grief. So he said to them, "Why are you sleeping? Get up and pray that you will not fall into temptation." Now, I just want to tell you a little story. I had some friends that were down in the country of Ecuador. Now, Ecuador is on the northwest corner of South America. So they were teaching the Bible and telling about Jesus. But one boy was from Peru. And so that's another country in South America. So the police in Ecuador thought he was a spy because he was not a man from Ecuador, he was from Peru. So they took him to prison and they tortured him. They poked him with electric prods so that when they poked him with that prod, he'd just fly out of his chair and hit the wall. Now that was only about 25 years ago. So my friend who is from Ireland, he said he felt so sorry for his friend and his companion. He said the only way he could get away from that grief was by sleeping. But he said every waking moment he just he just cried and he felt so sorry for his friend that he was being tortured in prison. So that he said that's why these disciples were sleeping. It wasn't just because they were tired, but they were grieving because they knew Jesus, their leader, was going to be taken and crucified. Okay, Lily? 45, 46.
Yes. When he got up from prayer, he came to the disciples and found them sleeping, exhausted from grief. So he said to them, "Why are you sleeping? Get up and pray that you will not fall into temptation."
Very good, Lily. 99%. The only thing I think is that when you said them, it was a bit like them, said to them. You got a little bit of a D in there, but them, okay? But my hearing isn't very good, but that's the only thing I would say that maybe you were a little bit off on. Okay, Tone?
Okay.
Yeah.
When he got up from prayer, he came to the disciples and found them sleeping, exhausted from grief. So he said to them, "Why are you sleeping? Get up and pray that you will not fall into temptation."
Yeah, very good. Now, I have to check with David. When you said when he got up, okay? Now, I don't know for sure if that's right. Like got up. So you sort of said it like this. Got up, okay? Now, I don't think that's right. I think you have to say got up, okay? One thing I know for sure, if you say got up, that's right. But it may be okay to say got up, but I don't think so. Now, I'm going to have to check that out. I'll check with our professor, David, and we'll see. Okay? And then exhausted. Okay, maybe I got that here. No, 45. See. Okay, I'm going to put it here. Exhausted. That's when you're really, really, really tired. Egg. It's like egg. Egg. Za. Oh, that's it. Zas. No, zas. Exhausted. What? Egg. Exhausted. I'm going to have to look that up in my. I'm going to look that up in my my dictionary. Boy, I'm still learning English. Okay, yeah, the way they have it in the dictionary, instead of a I-E there, they got I, egg. Oh, and then, oh my. Za, boy, I'm way off. Za, stead. Oh, I'd have never guessed that in 100 years. Exhausted. Whoop, this is a Z. Whoop. There we are. Exhausted. Wow. So your teacher learned something today, how to pronounce, I can say it, exhausted, but I didn't know, I sure didn't know how to write the pronunciation, exhausted. Okay? You got that, Tung? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now, that was 46. So we're on to 47. While he was still speaking, suddenly a crowd appeared, and the man named Judas, one of the 12, was leading them. He walked up to Jesus to kiss him. But Jesus said to him, Judas, would you betray the Son of Man with a kiss? Oh, that was very, very, that's to be betrayed. That's very, 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 very difficult to handle. Okay, go ahead, kid. 47.
Của Chúa Cha vì mình phụ hôn là sao hiểu?
Yes. While he was still speaking, suddenly a crowd appeared, and the man named Judas, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of the 12.
Mm-hmm. 12. Mm-hmm.
12
That's good.
was leading them. He walked up to Jesus to kiss him, but
Yeah, that's right.
But Jesus said to him, Judas, would you betray the Son of Man with a kiss?
Very good. Okay, Ein.
Okay. While he was still speaking, suddenly a crowd appeared, and the man named Judas, one of 12, was leading them. He walked up to Jesus to kiss him, but Jesus said to him, Judas, would you betray the Son of Man with a kiss?
Very good, Ein. Now, let's see now, 47. The word appeared. I think you got it pretty close. Appeared. Appeared. Yeah, so it's like this. Quite simple. P-E-R-D. Appeared. Okay? Appeared. 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 Let's see now. Peer.
I think the
Bird. Oh, sorry. Maybe I should make that E a long E. Just a second. I think it's more like a... Yeah. Appeared. Okay, like that. Appeared. That's it. Appeared. Yeah. Try again. Appeared. Yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. And then the word 12. 12. That's very good. And then this word them. Okay. T-H-E-M. So perfect.
Them.
Them. Perfect. Đúng rồi.
Them.
Yeah, that's good. Now, you maybe the word Jesus. Jesus. So it's like
Jesus.
J, G, and then Z, Zuz. Jesus. Okay.
Jesus.
No, Jesus. Zuz.
Jesus.
No, Zuz. You gotta get that S on the end.
Jesus.
Jesus. Okay, Jesus. Okay, Zuz. Try that last syllable. Just Zuz. 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 Okay, I tell you what. Maybe this will help. Like that. Now try that. Jesus. But just pretend there's 3 S's. You see the screen? Jesus. Zuz.
Yes.
That's okay. Okay. Now, I got to tell you a little story. I got to tell you a story, and I'll try not to speak too fast. When I was in Haiphong, that's a beautiful city way up north near Halong Bay. It's about the same size as Kanta, and I used to think that Haiphong was one of the more better cities in Vietnam that I liked. Not too much traffic and fine people. But then I came to Kanta and I decided, no, Kanta is nicer. I prefer Kanta. So in one class that I had, there was a young married couple. The wife was a school teacher, and I think the husband was an engineer. And the wife had a good sense of humor. You know what that means? A sense of humor. She liked to make a joke. A sense of humor.
And you too. You are always make a joke.
Well, you know what they say? Laughter is good medicine, you see?
Yes.
Humor. Yeah, like that. Okay. So anyway, I said to the young wife, I said, what would you say if your husband betrayed you? And she thought for about 2 seconds, and she said, I wouldn't say anything. She said, he would be dead.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that was so funny. And the husband
Don't need to
didn't
say anything. Yeah. Just need the action.
He would be dead. Okay, Lily. Now, Lily and Tung, 49 and 50. When those who were around him saw what was about to happen, they said, Lord, should we use our swords? Then one of them struck the high priest's slave, cutting off his right ear. Okay. So Lily, 49:50.
Yes. When those who were around him saw what was about to happen, they said, Lord, should we use our swords? Then one of them struck the high priest's slave, cutting off his right ear.
Oh, Dung Joy, perfect. Yeah, very good, Lily. Okay, Tung.
Yeah. When those who were around him saw what was about to happen, they said, Lord, should we use our swords? Then one of them struck the high priest's slave, cutting off his right ear.
Very good. Just a little bit around, okay, in verse 49. You're a little bit soft maybe on the D, okay? Around. So it's very easy in a word like that to be soft on the D. Around. So easy just to say around, but around, okay?
Around.
That's it, Dung Joy. Right on. Yeah. And then the word cutting. Maybe you're a little soft on the T. I'm not sure. Cutting. Say cutting. Cutting. Yeah, that's it.
Cutting.
With a sword. Cutting. Oh, I'll have you all really speaking like Canadians and Americans when we're done. Cut, whoop. Why to do that? Cut, whoop. Cutting. Yeah, cutting off his right ear. Okay. Now the word OF is kind of funny. Off. Maybe I shouldn't put that. No, I don't think. I'm going to remove that. Okay. Okay, now, 51, 52. Key it again. But Jesus said, enough of this. And he touched the man's ear and healed him. Then Jesus said to the chief priests, the officers of the temple guard, and the elders who had come out to him, have you come out with swords and clubs like you would against an outlaw? Okay. Go ahead.
But Jesus said, enough of this, and he touched the man's ear and healed him. Then Jesus said to the chief.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chief priest, the officers of the temple guard, and the elders who had come out to get him, have you come out with swords and clubs like you would against an outlaw?
Outlaw.
Yeah,
outlaw. Yeah, outlaw. Or like a thief. Yeah, outlaw. Yeah, outlaw. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So a robber or a thief or an outlaw is the same. So here was Jesus, who was like a lamb. He'd never hurt anyone in his life. And there was a half an army of men came out with swords, and it was at night, so they had torches for, burning a torch. Then what they did, they would put a piece of cloth or a wick in oil and then start that burning, and that would be their light. So here comes a whole group of men to arrest Jesus. So, and this one man who never fought with anyone. So that's why Jesus said, "Whoa, have you come to arrest an outlaw?" He wasn't an outlaw. Okay, Ein.
Okay, but Jesus says that enough of this. And
This.
Enough of this.
Yeah.
And he touched the man's ear and healed him. Then Jesus said to the chief priests, the officers of the temple guard, and the elders who had come out to get him, have you come out with swords and clubs like you would against an outlaw?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, good. Now, I will just go back a bit. Like enough of this, okay?
This.
51. Yeah, this. Okay.
This.
And then
This.
touched. You see, you got to get that. Now, the word touched. Yeah, it's like a T on the end. Touch. So the ED is like a T. Touched. Yeah. Touched. Yeah, that's it. Touched. Good. And then be careful with the word the, like 52.
The.
Jesus said to the
Said to
the chief.
The.
Yeah, chief.
The.
Yeah, okay.
Chief.
Good, that's it.
Priest.
And then also now the word guard
Priest.
in 52.
God.
Okay, here.
Yeah.
Guard. So in Vietnam, they have lots of people guarding the gates and people that guard your bikes like this. Guard.
God.
Yeah, guard. Guard.
God.
Guard.
God.
Again? Guard.
God. God.
You know, I see now. You're okay. Just a second. Whoop. Come on. Okay, there. I think
Yeah.
I'll put it like this here. You're a little soft on the R there, Ein. Guard. Guard.
God.
There, that's better. Guard.
God.
That's it. You're getting it. That's it. Guard.
God.
Đừng rồi.
God.
Okay. Guard. Guard.
Chữ R không sao á,
I
chị
think
chưa có đánh lưỡi.
Ein, you have to open your mouth. Guard.
Guard.
When you say guard, guard, you got to open your mouth quite a bit.
Good.
Yeah, that's it. Guard. Guard.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Good.
Guard.
I think she missed the R sound.
Yeah. That's why
Good.
on the screen there, I put in 2 R's. Maybe what I should do is make them bold also. Guard.
Good. Good.
That's it. That's it. Guard.
Yes.
Good.
Good. Yeah. So, there's 3 ways that you learn English.
Good.
1 is practice, 2 is practice, 3 is practice. Practice, practice, practice. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. You know what you should do? If you have a piece of paper, you should write down those words that you have a little difficulty with, and just write down the word and the pronunciation. Then you can practice that between lessons. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now 53, 54. Yeah, okay. Okay, this will be for Lily and Tung. Day after day, this is Jesus speaking. Day after day, when I was with you in the temple courts, you did not arrest me, but this is your hour and that of the power of darkness. Then they arrested Jesus, led him away, and brought him into the high priest's house. But Peter was following at a distance. Okay, Lily?
I can't read because it's very noisy.
Okay. I agree with you. I agree with you.
They should turn on the music box for no reason at all.
Oh my, oh my. Okay, Tung, you read 53.
Yeah. Day after day, when I was with you in the temple courts.
Yeah. Where did you go? Oh, you turned your mic off.
Oh,
How
sorry.
did that happen?
Day after day, when I was with you in the temple courts, you did not arrest me, but this is your hour, and that of the power of darkness. Then they arrested Jesus, led him away, and brought him brought him into the high priest's house. But Peter was following at a distance.
Okay. Now, now the word temple, that PLE sound it always tricks people. Okay, temple. Now, when you say the word pull, maybe you can see my picture. When you say the word like, okay, I'm going to put pull in here, Pull. Okay, pull. So when you say that, you got to stretch your lips. Pull. And
Pull.
yeah, so the P is on the end of your lips here, and then all sound.
Pull.
Your tongue kind of goes up to the top of your mouth. Pull, and so it ends up when you finish saying that sound, pull, your tongue is pushed up at the top of your mouth. Pull. So for any word that ends in L, it's almost like that every time. Pull. Okay? Pull. Yeah. Okay. Pull. Temple. Now, one you see very often now, or you'll use very often, is people. Okay? People. People. Okay? So now, so often, it's Vietnamese pronounce it like this. P, and then they say people. People. But that definitely is, I understand if you say people, I know what you said, I know what you mean, but it doesn't sound right. People. Okay? People. Yeah, you got to stretch your lips. Pull. You got to kind of use the muscle in your cheeks. Pull to go back. To make your stretch your lip. Pull your cheeks back. Pull. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay. And then the word arrested. I think you were a little soft on the arrested. The last part there. Arrested. That's it. Right on. Very good. Yeah. I think the emphasis be on second syllable. Arrested. And then, of course, this word brought has got lots of silent letters in it. B-R-O-U-G-H-T. Brought. So it's simply like this. Brought. Okay? Brought. Yeah, that's all. Very simple. But so there's, in that word, there's there's 3 silent letters. So I don't know why, whoever made the English language, I don't know why they wrote it like that. I'd like to talk to him, but I think it happened about 500 years ago or more. Okay. I think now, Kiet, you and I read those same verses, 53 and 54, okay?
Yes. Day after day, when I was with you in the temple courts, you did not arrest me, but this is your hour and that of the power of darkness. Then they arrested Jesus, led him away, and brought him into the high priest's house. But Peter was following at a distance.
Oh, very good. Now, the only word I could think of,
Distant or
distance. Distance.
Yeah,
distance.
Yeah, the breast at the first, the stress at the first syllable.
Yeah, I think so. Distance. Yeah. Not distance, but distance. Yeah.
Distance.
Yeah. Distance. Yeah. Stress on the first syllable.
Yes,
Distance.
yes.
Distance. Otherwise, it would be distance. Distance. But no, distance. It makes quite a difference, doesn't it? Where the stress is.
Yes.
Now, at the beginning here, quartz. Quartz.
Quartz.
Yeah.
Quartz.
Yeah, there's,
Quartz.
yeah.
Quartz.
Okay.
Quartz.
Yeah. Courts. So that's K, quartz. Like that.
Quartz. Quartz.
Quartz.
Quartz.
Yeah.
Quartz.
Now, again, those, I should almost write it like this.
Cái tờ sờ. Tờ sờ.
Quartz. It's difficult to get that T in there.
Yes. Quartz. Quartz.
Quartz.
Quartz.
That's it. Quartz.
Quartz.
That's quartz.
Quartz.
That's it. Ngồi. Quartz.
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 Yeah. It's a bit like that other word that I was having trouble with. Where was that back here?
Yes.
Anyway. Oh yeah, guard. Now here's quartz. Yeah, quartz.
Quartz.
Quartz. You got to get, it's like almost like having two R's in there. Quartz. Yeah. Oh, this English language is something else, isn't it? I admire your patience and your perseverance. Now, this is a good word. Here, perseverance. That means you stick with it. Persevere, long E, veer, veer, ants, like that. So perseverance, like that. Perseverance. So when you're learning English, you need lots of perseverance. And that's the noun, but the verb is persevere. Yeah. Persevere. So like this, persevere. And it's the same when you're going to university, you must persevere. Or in the hot weather, you just have to persevere. You just have to put up with it if you can. Or find a cool spot. And there's more and more air conditioning in Vietnam, which means they need more and more power, which means they have to burn more and more coal. But that makes more smoke and more ruins the environment. So now they're using more and more solar energy and more wind energy, which is good. Oh wow, that hour went by quickly. Okay, now we'll stop there.
Can
okay.
you
Now,
can you hear Anh read because his
yes.
her turn.
Yeah, I missed her. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, 53 and 54, Ryan.
Day after day, when I was with you in the temple course, you did not arrest me, but this is your hour, and that of the power of darkness. Then they arrested Jesus, led him away, and brought him into the high priest's house. But Peter was following at a distance.
Ah, very good. Just these two words, I'm temple courts.
Temple
Temple.
courts.
Yeah,
Temple.
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 Yeah, temple.
Temple.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, temple. Temple.
Temple.
Now I should put a U in there. Temple. Temple. And like people. People.
People.
Okay. Yeah. Now, just a little explanation. Jesus said to them, "This is your hour and the power
This
of darkness."
is your own.
Yeah. So I believe in a living God, but I also believe there's a devil. So when God is like light, and where there's light, there's no confusion. But darkness, if you turn the lights out in your office a little later on, it'll be all dark and it'll be very confusing. You could have an argument about where the water fountain is, or you could have an argument about where the a certain desk is. But when you turn the light on, there's no argument. So the devil was in opposition to Jesus and always has been. So all through the life of Jesus, the devil was using other people to try and, you might say, hinder Jesus from bringing light to people or understanding of the purpose of life and about why God created this world. And so Jesus was trying, he was a light, but the devil was continually trying to put out that light. So when Jesus said, "This is your hour and the power of darkness," really, those men didn't really realize they were being used by the devil. The devil was using them to arrest Jesus and to eventually have him crucified, so that the devil thought that, well, if I have this man crucified, hung on a cross, that'll be the end of him. There'll be no more light. The light will be put out. Okay, now, I don't know if you understood or if you could follow what I said, but we'll go back to 40, the verse where we started. If you have time, if you're not getting too hungry. Okay, I'll just say these words, maybe once, and then you can say them after me with your mics turned off, okay? Pronounce, setting, crucial, critical, heaven, appeared, strengthened, got up, anguish, agony, fervently, fervent, I think the emphasis should be here, fervently. That's like having enthusiasm, fervently. Sweat, and sweet. The only difference is the A becomes an E, sweet. Blood, the. Exhausted. I sure learned something today with that word, exhausted. Appeared, 12. Them. Oh, I got to change this. Them. Jesus. Preceding. That's like going before. Crowd. Approached. Ultimate. Or that's the greatest or most extreme. Sense of humor. Around. Said. Strike. Sword. So the W is silent. Sword, cutting, off, tense, retaliate. I guess we didn't have that word, but Jesus didn't retaliate. Slave. Oh yeah, his disciples, they retaliated by cutting off the ear, and maybe he was aiming for the neck, and the servant ducked his head, moved his head to miss the sword, and he cut off his ear instead. But Jesus didn't want them to have swords. A while before that, they supposedly gave up their swords, but they must have kept one or two. Ear, like in year. Impulsive. So Peter was a kind of impulsive man. He acted without thinking, okay? So without thinking, he pulled out his sword and swung it, took a swipe at this slave. So somebody said, make sure your brain is in gear before you let out the clutch. So on the old motorbikes, they used to have a clutch. You'd put your motorbike in gear, and then there was a handle on the handlebar that you held in, and then you'd let out the clutch, and your motorbike would go. So the thought is, make sure your brain is in gear before you let out the clutch. Now, touched, answered. Again, touched. Oh, you know what? I think my second pronunciation here is better. Touched. Yeah. His, healed, said, sword, guard, robber, thief, outlaw. Okay, I think we stopped there. Very good. 50, the end of 53. Good. Well, I enjoyed this class. It's very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, very good.
And now you eat the dinner, and after that you have the class. Yeah.
Another class, 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, when you're having fun, time goes by fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoy this, and time goes by very fast. Okay, everybody have a good dinner and a good night. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank
Have a
you.
good dinner.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.